Oh, I started to drink water, but I drank water less than an hour ago, so I'm gonna wait a bit. Okay, now we starting stream, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, read FE5, please. Okay, so you reading it? Right. Donald Trump just said, on my first day in office, I will sign into law a nationwide ban on the sale, production, and possession of pornography. China is also banning transgenders from TV, including a ban on showing LGBT relationships on television. This is a W, man! Let's go! I don't even like Trump, and I think this is good, man. So you read it? Okay, so what'd you learn? The spirit and truth, right? And it also talks about forgiveness and repentance, correct? And how important it is to be righteous, but also the consequences of not doing it. Would you also say it gives a clear distinction between the law being done away with versus just having grace in general? So think about it. It says, do not think that I have come to do away with the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. I assure you and most solemnly say to you, until heaven and earth passed away, not the smallest letter or stroke will pass from the law until all things are accomplished. Whoever breaks one of the least important of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be called least important in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever practices and teaches them, he will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. If your righteousness, meaning uprightness, moral essence, is more than that of the scribes or Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. By the way, when it says law, it's talking about the law of Moses, meaning the first 5 books of the Bible. And then when it talks to prophets, it's just the writings of the prophets. So the writings of the prophets include, let me see, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. So from the book of Isaiah all the way down to the book of Malachi, those are the books of the prophets. So as soon as you get to the book of, once you get to the book of Isaiah, that's when the prophets start. Now, by definition, if you want to give Nehemiah and Samuel the title of prophets, biblically that'd be correct. You could possibly also give that to Moses, although I would not. Or Abraham, which I also would not. Although it would not be biblically inaccurate to say so. So technically the first real, genuine, outright, distinct prophet in the Bible is technically Samuel, in my opinion, at least by biblical implications of a prophet. But that's what it's talking about here. Don't think that you're doing away with the law of Moses or the writings of the prophets. He came not to destroy but fulfill. And until heaven and earth passed away, not even a little bit of this law will go away. And if you break one of the least of the commandments and teach others to do the same, you will be called the least, but in the kingdom of heaven. But if you teach to do them, you will be called great. And you know, the Pharisees and the scribes and the Sadducees, the ones who wanted Jesus killed, if your righteousness, upright and moral essence, is not more than them, you will not go to heaven. The rest of the chapter basically talks about, you know, you say thou shalt not murder, but if you're angry at your brother for no reason, then you've committed murder yourself. Or when you're speaking contemptuously or insultingly to your brother, basically saying that they're an empty-headed idiot, you'll be guilty before the Supreme Court or Sanhedrin, and whoever says you fool will be in danger of fiery hell. Then it tells you what to do when you complain against you. Leave your offering there at the altar and go. Make peace with him, and then come and present your offering. Come to terms quickly at the earliest opportunity with your opponent, and the judge should guard and thrown in the prison. Because he says, I assure you and most solemnly say to you, you will not come out of there until you have paid every last cent. Then it talks about the importance of not lusting after women, because it says, you've heard that you shall not commit adultery, aka cheat on your spouse. He says, everyone who does as much as to look at a woman with lust for her has committed adultery in their heart already. So then it tells you how to cut off sin. If your right eye causes you to stumble and leads you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. That is, remove yourself from the... It's telling you it's better for you to lose parts of your body than be thrown in hell. If your right hand makes you stumble and leads you to sin, cut it off and throw it away, meaning remove yourself from the source of temptation. It says the same thing. It basically says whoever divorces his wife is to give her a certificate of divorce. It has been said that before. But I say that whoever divorces his wife, except on the moral grounds, right, of sexual immorality, causes her to commit adultery, and whoever marries a woman who has been divorced commits adultery. So you're not allowed to divorce and remarry unless fornication or adultery is involved. Again, you have heard that it was said to the men of old, you shall not make false vows, but you shall fulfill your vows to the Lord as a religious duty. I say to you, do not swear at all, either by heaven, for it is the throne of God, or by earth, for it is the footstool of his feet, or by Jerusalem, for it is the great city of the great king. Nor shall you make an oath by your head, because you're not able to make a single hair white or black. Let your statement be yes, yes, or no, no, affirm yes or no. Anything more than that comes from the evil one. You've heard an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, punishment that fits the offense. But I say do not resist an evil person who insults you or violates your right. But whoever slaps you on the right cheek, turn the other toward him also. This is about simply ignoring insignificant insults or trivial losses. Do not bother to retaliate. Maintain your dignity, self-respect, and your poise. If anyone wants to sue you and take your short, give him your coat also, for the Lord repays the offender. Whoever forces you to go 1 mile will go with